Hi everybody, I'll be talking about nonverbal communications today. So have you ever been sitting in class and noticed someone tapping their pen against their table? Or have you noticed someone with their arms crossed over their body and it doesn't seem like they really want to talk to you? Well, these are all forms of nonverbal communications, and we use these every day without noticing. Nonverbal communication is a study of communication systems that do not involve words. When we're interacting with each other, we are continuously giving signals, as well as always receiving wordless signals. Our nonverbal behaviors, which includes the gestures we make, the way we sit, how loud we talk, how close we stand, and how much eye contact we give, all send really strong messages to our receiver. I will be focusing on the kinetic code 1 of body movement and gestures, and I'll be focusing on emblems, illustrators, and adapters. The first category is called emblems, and these are nonverbal signals that can be translated directly into words and are known by almost everyone in the group. They act as silent words. Let's take a look at my friend Isabel showing us some of these emblems. These are all examples from our communications book, Thinking Through Communications. It's important to understand that emblems are culturally defined, so you always have to be careful when using these with members from a different culture. The next category is illustrators, which are movements that complement verbal communication by describing or reinforcing what the speaker is saying. This could include pointing to an object or pounding on the table. The last category we'll talk about are adapters. These are behaviors that people use to adapt to stresses and satisfy personal needs. Adapters are forms of communication that occur at a low level of personal awareness. Here are some examples of adapters that you probably do every day without knowing. Adapters are a good source of information, as the sender is usually unaware that they are sending these nonverbal messages. When people touch their hair, rub their necks, itch their skin, or touch anything on their body, they're using self-adapters. And when they're touching objects that are in front of them, like shredding a piece of paper, they're using object adapters. Looking at the three elements that I just talked about, it's definitely important to watch the whole body of the person that's speaking. When you're trying to talk, try not to get caught up in your own speech to the extent where you miss the subtle feedback that the person you're talking to is giving. So in conclusion, it's really important to pay attention to these body movements and gestures that I just talked about. Whether it's through emblems, illustrators, or adapters, there's always ways that your message is being displayed nonverbally. With the information given in this presentation, I really hope that you'll notice these nonverbal codes that you perform and either make it so they send your message more efficiently, or be more aware of them so you're not sending a message that you didn't intend to. Thank you for listening.